Today is the Super Bowl, Joe. You watching? You don't.
I don't even know what's going on. Not that impressed.
Joe don't care. Do you know one team in the Super Bowl? Any team. Name a team in the Super Bowl, Joe.
Be careful, it's gonna
No,
fall. See,
no, I
it
see
was
it.
outside.
I see it, but we gotta make sure that we can see it. 'Cause you do this too much, Joe. Can't see you. All the people will say, "Where's Joe?"
How you doing, with everybody?
How you doing, Mr.
Hi,
Alfred Cruz?
Klaus.
You're his favorite. Every day he asks me, "How Alfred?" How the hell do I know? I don't know how Alfred do it.
How you doing, everybody?
Joe's a big shot. Joe had the show himself yesterday. Joe did a great job from what everybody told me. I ain't seen it.
I don't know.
What do I know? Joe, it's a little chilly out today.
It is. I put my sweater under my coat.
Happy Super Bowl to you. Joe, for $5 if you name one team in the Super Bowl. $5 right now if you can name one team in the Super Bowl.
I think in Super Bowl, New Mexico, right? New Mexico.
It's in Arizona, but no.
Arizona.
You have to name one of the teams. You got the 49ers, the Raiders. I'll just say a bunch of teams. You tell me if one of these sounds good to you. San Diego Chargers, the Tennessee Titans, the Philadelphia Eagles.
I think Philadelphia Eagles.
Shit! You got it, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, you $5. One more. Now for double or nothing.
The 49ers.
No.
49ers.
No, you just lost it all, Joe. I owe you $5. Joe.
Raiders.
Huh?
Raiders.
No? This team. This guy right there. Guy right there.
How are you, my friend?
How are you, my friend?
What happened yesterday? You were gone.
I had a horrific, horrible emergency. Joe.
No. Your wife called me
Ex-wife.
and she said there is no food in the refrigerator. You ate everything and you left her
I'm going to tell
without
everybody.
any dinner.
No, I'm going to tell everybody right now what
that's-
happened. Why the hell would my wife be calling you, Joe? You tapping it?
Yes.
You said yes. Joe, you
I
tapping
put,
my
I
ex?
put the monitors in your house.
Huh?
And,
Joe's watching.
I
You ain't gonna
spied on
see.
you.
You ain't gonna see much going on in my house. So yesterday, yeah, we had an emergency. Before the show started, my ex called me up, hyperventilating and screaming, "Oh my God! Oh my God!" I thought someone died. I thought something happened to one of the cats. She said, "I got the code. I got the code." I said, "What the hell is that?" It's a Beyonce code, Joe. Beyonce is the biggest singer in the world, her favorite. And Beyonce is going to be performing a world tour. But you can't just buy tickets on Ticketmaster, Joe, because the scalpers will come in and buy them all for $400 each and sell them for $4,000 each. So this year they had to get a code, a special code. You had to email, you had to get, and not everybody got the code back. She got the code, she was freaking out. Oh my God, I got the code. So I took a picture of my credit card, front and back, before me and Joe's show started. And I sent it to her. I said, get yourself a couple tickets. What's my limit? $300. 2 tickets. It's $150 a piece. I didn't know the cheapest seats were $500. So she calls back up while we're doing the phone. While we're doing the show. I said, hold on, guys. I click over. I said, hey, I'm doing the show. She said, your credit card's not working. The hell? I go, I bet it was Chase. Fraud protection. Here, use the other one. I gave her the other one. 10 minutes later, ding! I go, oh, sorry, guys. Click. Now she's hyperventilating. Damn near crying. It ain't working either. I go, oh my God. I go, okay. I said, I'll be home at 4:30. I got you. No, those tickets will be gone by then. And I thought about it. I go, she's right. They'll be gone. I promised her tickets. I never break my word. So I said, Joe, I gotta go. I left my phone here, Joe, and you did the show. I ran home. I got home, and I'm calling Chase Bank, and they're saying, yeah, we just sent an alert to your phone. All you gotta do is hit send, and we got you. I go, my phone ain't here. Joe got my phone. So I tried like I used 4 different credit cards, 5 different times to get the thing. Meanwhile, no, it wouldn't go through. So I ran back here. And Joe had just turned off on you guys. Look at that. Joe was awesome. Joe Hernandez said, you're better than me.
How you doing, Joe Hernandez?
Backstabber, Joe Hernandez. So I got here. My gimbal's all upside down. The show's off. Joe said, Robert, the show is over. I said, I gotta go, Joe. I ran with my phone back to the house. I'm huffing and puffing because I'm running back and forth 4 times. She's crying. Her dream is to go see Beyonce. A lot of people, if you're a Beyonce fan, you understand exactly what the trials and tribulations are of trying to go to a Beyonce concert. It ain't like trying to go see another concert. You ain't going. So we get there, and we're going through hell, back and forth. I'm doing everything I can. Finally, I said, let me try PayPal. I tried PayPal at the house, but I didn't have the password because it was on this phone. So I went to the PayPal, and every time you found seats, here's 2 seats together, $700. You go, I'll click it. And you click it, and it says, waiting. The thing comes around and says, sorry, another fan beat you to it. You go, oh, shit, okay, let's try this one. Sorry, another fan beat you to it. It was over. And you can see the little blue dots on the seating chart disappearing, where those are empty seats. There ain't but a few seats left. And finally I said, let me try PayPal, because they've turned off all my credit cards for fraud. They think that someone's trying to use my credit card for fraud. Right now, Joe, I don't have any credit cards. They're all turned off. I don't get new cards. They're mailing me new cards on Wednesday or Thursday. I ain't got no cards. So, anyways, long story short, I did PayPal. She's crying. It's over. We're done. And, we tried our best. And this is my ex. We're not together. It's my ex. 30 years, though. So, what are we going to do?
Tell her to hear her on the radio.
That'll work.
One of her
well, Joe, I hit the button, and it says, we're both, like really depressed. And like, I feel like I let her down, and my niece, and promised last year they'd go. Joe, it says, congratulations, you're going to see Beyonce.
Really?
I looked at her, she lost her damn mind. We almost hugged. And anyways, it cost $1,000, Joe. $1,000 I ain't got. But she's going to go see Beyonce. It's a really very, very difficult task. So if you're a Beyonce fan, I was at the party last night, Joe. I heard 100 people in there going, man, I couldn't get Beyonce tickets. Because, Joe, you can go get them on eBay. You want to get them on eBay, they're going to cost you $4,000. You ain't going to see them. So even though it's $1,000, her and my niece are going to go. It's not till July. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, that was the emergency, guys. That was I would never cancel the show for just some regular old nothing. Joe, should we get into the news?
They cost you $1,000.
Cost me $1,000 that I ain't got. Power tokers. I'd like to, while she's asleep, get the tickets and resell them for $4,000. Not come up on a little cha-ching. The game is today, Joe. I just made Joe a bet that he couldn't name the team. He did say Philadelphia. I screwed up. I owe Joe $5. Since I ain't got no credit cards, I ain't paying Joe till Wednesday or Thursday. Unless he wants a coffee, I'll buy him a coffee after the. All right, so Joe, let's do the thing. It's Philadelphia, Joe. Just so you know, against Kansas City. Who you picking?
Philadelphia.
Joe's picking Philadelphia. I'm picking Kansas City. We'll see tomorrow who was right. Neither one of us care, but we'll see tomorrow who was right. Joe, you remember last week we shot down a Chinese balloon?
Yes. Is that
And then
one?
2 days ago, we shot down a balloon over Alaska. Guess what, Joe? Last night, another one. A third one in a week in Canada.
Maybe
in Canada.
this is from the space.
Joe, I'm not
the
a
invader.
dude. I actually 100% agree with you that it's a maybe. First of all, they're called UFOs. A UFO does not mean an alien ship with Martians. A UFO means unidentified flying object.
Yeah.
So far, the first one is from China. The other two we don't know yet, but as of right now, they're unidentified flying objects. Doesn't mean it's an alien, but I would think it'd be really horrible and horrific if all of a sudden we were starting to shoot down
Aliens
some
are
damn
invading
aliens.
the Earth.
We're being pretty tight-lipped on what it was. All we know is that the pilots for the last one said it was a cylindrical shape, like a cigar or a penis. Cylindrical shape, Joe, and they said it didn't appear to have propulsion, but they didn't know how it was just kind of hovering there. Anyways, they shot it down. I really hope it ain't Martians. That'd be horrible. We're killing Martians. Anyways, we'll see what happens. Porn site, Cam Soda. I don't even know that porn site. Joe Hernandez, tell us all about Cam Soda. Cam Soda is sending Philadelphia 1,540 gallons of lubricant. You know what lubricant is, Joe? That's an oil that you use during sex to make it a more pleasurable sexual session. Joe's like, what the hell is this? Hey, where's Joe? Where's your friend, Joe? Where's Joe? The greasy gift is meant to be applied to the city streets and traffic lights and utility poles. So what they do, Joe, is when a team wins the championship, a lot of times they climb up the traffic poles. Well, if you put lubricant on it, they ain't climbing up nothing. And that's what that's supposed to mean. I don't care.
Okay.
Anybody know her number? Because if you do, I don't care. I don't want it. After last night, Joe, I was in a party with models. Everywhere you look, my neck hurt this morning when I got home. I was like, there was bad shorties everywhere, Joe. I was also the most handsome guy in the place. I say I was the most handsome straight guy in the place. A lot of gay men, handsome gay men there, but there's no competition for the ladies when I'm around. I did do something a little embarrassing. Really, really gorgeous, very tall model. I was talking to my coat check girl. I didn't hear what they were saying. Apparently, she was saying to my coat check girl, I'm leaving. There's a lot of really creepy older men hitting on me here. Some of them 30 years older than me. I was probably 40 years older than her, but I wasn't hitting on her. So she's talking to my coat checker, and then my coat checker says, oh, that's horrible. I didn't hear any of that. But I did hear my coat checker say, what are your initials? And that's how we know that you check the coat. You say your initials, then we did. So what are your initials? He goes, MK, whatever it was. And I go, ma'am, I need your phone number. Just so I can make sure you get your coat back. It was a joke. She was laughing. But then I found out after she left that she was complaining about all the creepy men trying to holler at her. I think I defused it because my cuteness overrides my creepiness, Joe. I am a creepy older guy, but my cuteness overrides it. She was laughing. I just hope I didn't join that group of creeps. There was a guy who looked like Robert De Niro there. We all thought it was a younger Robert De Niro. It wasn't him. But he was the one creeping out everybody. He was probably 60, 70. De Niro's like 80-something now. All right, Joe. Puff Baddies, Muni Saffers. I don't want to get into the pot thing today. I don't care. The big game. Today's the big game. They've got a halftime show starring who, Joe?
Philadelphia.
Starring Rihanna. I know you love Rihanna.
How you doing, Rihanna?
Hi, Riri.
Hi.
Riri is going to be, there's a message from Tom from Walking Wall Street.
How you doing, Tom?
Tom's great.
How is everything?
He's got 28,000 subscribers now, Joe. We got 540, Joe. In 1 week, a little over a week, we got 540 subscribers. I'm very happy with that. Remember when we get 1,000, I could monetize, I could sell shirts, I could do other stuff. All right, Joe, what do we got going here? The big minute. What are you going to do for the Super Bowl? You're not doing nothing, Joe. I already know. You don't even care about it. You're not watching it. I'm going to go to the Amish market. I'm going to get some patties, and I'm going to make Boogie Bob hamburgers. I ain't got no friends, so I'll just be sitting at home watching the game by myself. I got nothing going on. Sylvester Stallone, what is he doing? The hell is Sylvester Stallone doing? I don't care.
How you doing?
The one thing, Joe, that they do at the Super Bowl is they unleash all the brand new commercials. A commercial spot back in the 80s was over $1 million, 30-second clip. Now they're probably tens of millions. But because there's 100 million people watching the game, this is when you want to have your Super Bowl commercial.
That's why the streets are empty, huh?
Yeah, everybody's at home watching the game.
Home.
It's also Sunday and cold out.
Yeah.
Another mystery shoot down. I got shot down about 80 times last night. My cuteness, I'm old now. My cuteness don't work as well. I did do Just for Men for my beard, so instead of looking 70, I look like I'm in my late 60s. Joe, they say that there is another mystery shoot down. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tells Joe Biden thank you because it was the U.S. that shot it down. It's an unidentified object over the Yukon. I don't know, where the hell's the Yukon, Joe? Days after a Chinese, the Yukon.
It's a state located on the left side of Canada.
That's correct. You are correct, sir.
Well,
that.
they might be mistaken. Maybe it was a big bear. They shot down a big bear.
You think they shot a bird down? You think a U.S. fighter pilot doesn't know a bird?
Because from down on the air, anything fly in the sky, it could be a fighter, it could be a bird, it could be...
I don't think it's a bird, Joe. I think we can go without saying that a U.S. Navy fighter pilot isn't going to shoot a bird unless it's a big-ass bird.
Yeah.
They said it was a cylindrical object. It's, by the way, it's the third one in 1 week. The Chinese blimp, which we know is a Chinese blimp, was shot down on the 4th. Then we had one on like the 8th and then one on the 9th, something like that. All right. $4,000. Titanic. The release of Titanic, the unsinkable, at a box office earned $2.7 million. I think they just released Titanic again. I don't know. I'm not going to go to the movies to watch Titanic. Shit been out 20-something years. I've seen it a million times. They re-released it in 4K. So it's like, this is James Cameron. This is what he does. So if you want to go watch it, you're welcome to. Oh boy, e-battery blazes take toll on NYC, Joe. These are the e-batteries that are in those bicycles and those scooters. We've talked about it for over a year on our show. Guys, you want to buy your kid a cool thing, electric scooter, those little hovercrafts? Don't do it.
Stay away from those.
Those batteries will kill you while you're sleeping.
Dangerous, yeah.
In less than 2 years, 11 people have died and 251 were injured in New York City alone. This is just New York City. Over those those batteries, Joe. In 2001, 4 people died and 79 were injured. We just had a horrible fire right down the block because of the batteries.
There's a lot of scooters in New York City.
There are a lot of scooters. That's facts. Joe, crime has soared in Midtown. That's where we live, Joe. Crime is up 44%, Joe. 44%. Here's the scene of the shooting. You know the kid was shot and killed 2 days ago, right there on 8th Avenue and 44th, Joe.
Since you moved around here, the crimes went up.
It's my fault, I think.
You know, you bring me all kind of people, like strange people around.
I'm bringing murderers. Speaking of murderers, where's Joe? I'm sitting here doing the news, and I hear this lady go, "Where's Joe?" And I look up, she's like this, "Where's Joe?"
Do you believe it? Somebody was looking for you this morning here while I was...
No way.
I don't remember him, but he said, "Joe." Where is Robert?
Was he a big guy?
Yeah.
Not Derek, the guy who's been on our show before. Might have been Derek.
I don't know. He looks
Didn't I
funny.
ask you
He
before?
looked funny, but he was.
He's probably watching the show right now, and now he's going to murder you.
He was
Didn't I tell you a whole bunch of times, Joe, to always get a name?
His mouth is just like a TV station. He never stopped talking.
He's probably watching the show right now and hates Joe's guts. Are you talking bad about this person, Joe?
No, I think he's smart because he
Smart.
He
Now he's
kept,
smart. Now
he
Joe
kept,
gives a backhand
he kept
compliment.
talking for an hour without stopping.
And you
a
didn't
second.
say, what's your name, so I could tell Bob who
No,
you
I
are?
don't want to know his name because he gave me a headache already.
One time Joe I come over here and Joe goes, hey, there was a lady here looking for you. I go, oh, what's her name? He goes, I don't know. I go, Joe, you're supposed to be my wingman. This could have been the night.
Next time I let him wait for you.
Next time, just give him my address and give him a key to my apartment. Crime scene tape cordons off the area near Shake Shack in Midtown. First of all, there's 300 businesses there. I don't know why they picked out Shake Shack. Where a woman was killed in gunfire outside of the eatery February 9th. So that's not the same guy. The other one was a guy. It's 22. I guess
I'm 44 and 8.
44 and 8.
Yeah.
The Big Apple's court is rotten with crime.
That's
Bullets
enough.
flew. Listen to this, Joe. Bullets flew at 44th and 8th. That's right by you, Joe. Thursday outside of Shake Shack around 5:30, leaving a 22-year-old Idrissa Sibi of the Bronx dead and pedestrians in the packed tourist spot scurrying. The killing was believed to have been carried out by drug dealers. Now, I have taken you to that spot. I exposed the drug dealing there, the crack dealers. I got Country, my dear friend, an apartment right there in that building. It's a beautiful building, but it's overtaken by crack dealers. My pizza shop, Joe, that I love so much, is closed because of the crack dealers. We're going to pizza. If you've seen my show, I did the recording there for many times. I'll be in the pizza spot, looking out the windows, guys doing crack deals 2 inches away. That was a Boogie Bob undercover. And everybody was always worried I was going to get murdered out there because it was rough. I almost had a fight a few times.
That eatery is a very good place. You can, enjoy it.
Which one? Smith?
Shake Shack.
Oh, Shake Shack, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I ain't got no beef with Shake Shack.
Mostly tourists inside.
There are a lot of tourists in there.
Yeah, how come they have that bullet?
They come here and they want Shake Shack. 2 slain and 13 wounded. It was a bloody start of the weekend for the Big Apple, with 2 people killed and 13 others shot or slashed across with box cutters. They got them in the Bronx, they got them here, they got them there. They actually had someone at one of my locations, Lavo on 58th Street. They slashed him across his face with a straight razor at 4 a.m. Crime everywhere, Joe. Crime everywhere. Joe, I got nothing. So far I'm on page 16. I can't even find a damn story. I ain't got no story. This is the beautiful Angel, Joe. We talked about her. 14 years old, took her own life. Turns out she was a hero who saved a drowning child. Joe, I believe if you trade your life, you try to trade your life, you risk your life to save another, you're a hero forever. I don't know the story. I'm going to read it now, but it appears that this young lady
She
saved a child. Here's actually a picture of her saving the child. A frame above from the video footage shows Adriana Kutch, the 14-year-old who killed herself, saving a drowning child back in August. Months later, she took her own life after being brutally beaten in school and bullied by mean girls. I pray that those girls get what's coming to them. I am really, really sorry. The superintendent who blamed the child's family yesterday said the dad had an affair and he drank. It was his fault that the girl killed herself. He has now been fired, douchebag. 14-year-old girl kills herself because of a video where they beat her up and then post it all over line. And the superintendent, instead of apologizing or saying those girls are suspended or in trouble, he blames the father. The sobbing father of a 14-year-old girl who took her own life. How bad do you think the dad feels already? The New Jersey school superintendent who blamed the family of a 14-year-old student who killed herself after being beaten in a high school hallway has resigned in shame. The Central Regional School District Board of Election has accepted his resignation of Dr. Trantiopoulos. Oh, what a name. His name is Dr. He's Greek, 100%. Dr. Triantafyllos Parapantes. His last name is Parapantes. He probably got teased at school for wearing a damn pair of panties. Notice was posted. Of course, when they say they resigned, they were forced out. They let them. Look at the rats, Joe. Look at the rats.
Where is he?
He's right there in the corner, trying to climb up the wall underneath that table there. Now he's on the wall.
That's a mouse.
That ain't a mouse. It's a baby rat.
Baby.
Mice are tiny. New York jet, a jet bound for New York, an airplane out of Edinburgh, Scotland, carrying dozens of passengers bound for Kennedy Airport in New York, made an emergency landing in Glasgow on Friday after flames erupted from the wing. I'm glad that everybody there is okay.
Yeah, good.
High-flying harasser. Joe, you get on a plane, you don't want to be harassed. You shouldn't harass people. You're on a plane. A drunken woman on a Delta Airlines flight from Greece to the Big Apple allegedly sexually harassed the man next to her and nearly forced an emergency landing. This is a woman sexually harassing the guy. It's horrible. It's horrible either way, folks.
She wasn't heat, maybe.
Maybe. The visibly intoxicated passenger commented on the big muscles and massaged his neck, caressed his inner thighs and elsewhere, and asked if she could lay on top of him in a non-sexual way, she said. The man is suing Delta Airlines in Brooklyn.
What's the Delta Airline has to do with it?
Well, they got money. And you want to sue, your lawyer's going to say sue, and they'll settle out of court. All right. Hunter Biden's laptop. The Republican Party has taken over the House or the Senate, whichever one it is. They said, we're going to get to the bottom of what America wants us to get to. It's not the abortion issue. It's not inflation. It's not the infrastructure. It's not racism. It's Hunter Biden's laptop. That's what they're going to get to. These guys are morons. Former President Donald Trump shared a video insisting that he would have won the 2020 election had the Post reporting on Hunter Biden's laptop not been suppressed. Oh boy, Joe.
There's something wrong with your stuff.
Yeah.
Yesterday was playing around too.
Yeah. Doot. We can fix that, Joe. We got battery, we just don't have battery in the gimbal. Give me a second, guys. I don't know what we're doing. We'll fix it. There we go. There we go. Good as new. Look at that, Joe. I hear cop horses. There we go. Boom. We're improvising here. The gimbal's dead. Once the gimbal goes, you ain't do nothing with it. I'm the worst YouTuber there is because I don't charge my shit. You gotta lean forward a little bit, Joe.
How you doing?
How you doing, Mr. Vacation?
Okay.
Hi, Mr. Vacation. All right, we're almost out of here.
Hi,
anyway.
Kevin Butler. I
Oh,
see
that's
you.
your boy.
I see.
There he is, right there. Look at Joe when
Yeah,
Joe reads
yeah.
the screen.
Yeah.
All right, Kin. They always say Kin.
Yeah.
Kin. How about family?
Gina, how you doing, Gina?
Hi, Gina.
All right.
Seeing red over
Hello,
blackface.
Hernandez, how you doing?
Parents are upset at a school teacher in Miami who put on blackface. Yo, when does it stop? I just want to make a public service announcement, guys. If you are not black, please don't do blackface. It is hurtful to African Americans, to Africans in general. Because, Joe, in the early turn of the century, when film first came out, people like Al Jolson and Stephen Fetchit and these guys, whoever, they would put on black makeup around their face, big-ass white lips, and add the bottle, Massa, is you trying to do that? It's horrible. It is racism personified. It's disgusting, and anybody doing it now should be fired from their job. And if you don't know that in the year 2023, then you are just a self-absorbed piece of shit. Facts.
Well, black is beautiful.
Black is beautiful, Joe, but you can't mock them by degrading them, and blackface is not beautiful. And parents are upset about a preschool teacher in Miami who put blackface on young kids for Black History Month. Several parents sent the Miami Herald photos of 3 toddlers at the Studio Kids Little River School.
Hi, Jason.
You should know better as an educator. I am shocked that someone in the year 2023 would think it's okay to paint kids' faces black. All right. Joe, it's horrific. It's horrible. You called it. You said it was going to happen. Right now, Joe, they're at about 30,000 dead so far confirmed. 30,000 in between, mostly Turkey, but a lot in Syria as well, but mostly Turkey. Joe, the first day there was 1,000. You said it was going to be at least 30 to 40,000. They're not even done counting yet, Joe. There's still 20,000 people missing.
Well, some scientists said it might go up to 60,000.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Which I saw it this morning, this news. It's all over now. Whoever under those rubbles.
They found a girl last night. She had been there for 5 days, five and a half days. This morning when I was coming to do the news, Joe, they found a family of 5. A family of 5 that they dug out.
Yeah,
and I mean, those are great little miracles, but it still doesn't relieve the fact that there are hundreds of thousands, millions of people hurting. And I hope that you guys will take a couple days to pray.
But what's happening right now is a lot of thieves are attacking those cities, and they rob actually their homes, their shops, their so forth.
People who do that should be arrested and sent.
Because the city police and the army are busy digging under those rubble. The thieves are taking over now.
That's facts. That's facts.
And it's horrible.
It's horrific.
I saw it on YouTube.
Joe, whenever there's a tragedy, a blackout, an avalanche, there's always someone trying to pilfer something from others. You remember the lady who was, the guy who was run over by the truck over here, and the lady went into his dead pockets?
Yeah.
They caught her ass.
Actually, they cleaned up the supermarkets, and the government can't do nothing about it. It's a misery.
It's horrible, and we're sending our prayers to everyone involved in this horrific catastrophe. Hey, Joe, it's time to go around the world.
Well, actually, they said the area of this disaster as big as France.
I did not know that.
As big as France.
Pretty big.
The disaster area.
Well, speaking of France, Joe, have you ever been to France?
Yeah, I was in Paris and
That's
Nancy
France.
too.
That's France.
Another city.
Spanish-Peruvian writer and Nobel laureate Mario Vargas Llosa, 86, made history this week when he was sworn into the French Academy. It was the first time in the Academy's 400-year history that anyone has been allowed to join who was not written a French book.
Oh, okay.
Joe, you've been to Russia.
No, I don't.
Russian officials are revamping Soviet-era bomb shelters across the country as the Ukraine war enters the second year. The 1 year anniversary for the Ukraine war is coming up, Joe. It's horrible.
Yes.
Brazil, Joe, you've been to Brazil.
No.
Where's Brazil, Joe?
Brazil is actually, the size of Brazil is almost half the size of South America.
Okay.
It's as big as United States, Brazil.
I
the
did not know that.
population around 215 million.
I call cap.
They are famous in
Soccer?
Production. That soccer comes first. They actually
Soccer's first. Everything else after that is shit.
No. They produce almost 3/4 of the world coffee harvest.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I heard I can get a good deal on some cocaine while I'm there as well, Joe. So,
No. Beautiful country.
and if you want a Brazilian butt lift, you can go there and get a. Joe, authorities began conducting raids this week to expel wildcat gold miners from gold miners. They're in there. They go into these old ass gold mines and they say, "Look, someone else did all the work. Let me go in and snatch shit." For years, miners have been encroaching on the indigenous land, looking for gold. A lot of gold still here, Joe. And the 49ers, for those of you who don't know, the 49ers, my football team, they're actually named after the 1849ers, the gold rush. In California, when America was getting settled, people were, landing here in New York or in Philadelphia or Boston, and they would take a stagecoach across the country to get to California, because there's gold in them dar hills. There's gold in them dar hills. So you would go out there, Joe, and everybody was panning for gold. The gold in California was insane.
Gold rush.
It was the gold rush. The gold rush of 1849, that's hence the name, the 49ers. That's why their colors are gold and red. Red is for the blood that was shed. But all the, that's one of the reasons why people migrated there so much from here to there.
Yeah.
Argentina, Joe. Where the hell's Argentina?
Argentina
It's right next to Scandinavia.
No, Argentina is south of Brazil.
Okay, I was wrong. I was rude. You sure it's not next
Argentina
to
won
Scandinavia?
the world soccer team.
Oh, Joe knows his soccer, that's for sure. Immigration authorities are cracking down on Russian women traveling to Buenos Aires to give birth in order to secure Argentina citizenship. So you're a Russian woman, you're pregnant, you take a trip to Argentina, you have the baby there. It's just like if you have a baby in America, it's an American citizen.
That's what they do here.
That's what they do here. If
Here,
you make it here and you have a baby, that baby is a U.S. citizen. That's facts.
A pregnant women around the world, they come to the U.S.E. Like tourists, and they lay down their eggs here.
They lay down their eggs. That's how they reproduce. There's no stork involved. You just lay down your eggs.
Her baby will be an American citizen.
Well, Immigration Director Francis So-and-so announced the measures after 33 pregnant Russian women, 32 to 34 weeks into their pregnancies, arrived on the same flight on Thursday.
That's good.
The plane pulls up and there's 35 very pregnant women
All
on
of
this
them
thing.
pregnant?
Yes. More than 10,500 pregnant Russian women have arrived in the country since the Kremlin declared war on the Ukraine. Britain, Joe. I know you've been to Britain.
Yeah.
Where's Britain, Joe? What is Britain? Britain is right next to Nova Scotia.
No. Britain is north of France.
North of France. All right. London skyscrapers will be required to dim their lights at night in order to save electricity and reduce visual pollution. I don't care. How about that?
Wow.
Oh boy. Hold on, Joe. It just got a little spicy. You remember the lawyer who went to Mexico with his wife?
Yeah.
And fell off the balcony because he was trying to kick pigeons and he tripped? Well, he had 40 head fractures, Joe.
I told you he was.
Joe said he was beaten to death for his money and then thrown off the balcony.
Yeah.
Elliot Blair. You can get a head fracture, of course, from falling off a balcony, but you can't get 40 of them. That's like the guy who fell down the elevator shaft 15 times.
I don't want to go to Mexico.
I ain't going.
It's terrible to be in Mexico.
Elliot Blair's head was badly fractured and his body bruised as if he had been beaten to death by more than one person before his death. The cause of the California lawyer's death remains a mystery after he was found face down outside his room in Los Roques Resort and Spa in Mexico on January 14th, leaving his grieving wife to piece together the clues. Now, I've been sitting here like a jerk thinking she had something to do with it. That's because Joe said that. I don't know. Joe's always quick to point at the wife. Preliminary results from the private and second autopsy conducted in the U.S. show Blair suffered more than 40 fractures in his head. Rapper AKA, I don't know him. I'm a rat guy. That's what I do, Joe. I don't know him. Never heard of him. Rapper AKA, who was born Kiernan Forbes, was fatally shot Friday in South Africa. That's why. He could be a very, very big rapper in South Africa. I wouldn't know who he was. News 24 confirmed with local police that a well-known rapper, very famous over there, believed to be Forbes, was fatally shot outside of a popular night spot in Durban's Florida Road. I can confirm that 2 men were killed and one of them was a well-known rapper, said the police chief. His parents verified that their son's death in a statement Saturday. It is with extreme sadness that we acknowledge the passing of our beloved son, Tony and Lynn Forbes had admitted. Reports said the South African rapper was to perform in Durban. Where the hell's Durban, Joe?
Durban is another city, big city in South Africa.
South Africa, absolutely. Joe knows. I don't know. Joe's really crappy at birthdays, but when it comes to geography, that's my man's ticket. Lid for every pot. I don't care. Woke out to urinals. Okay. Urinals, Joe. Students walked out of a New Hampshire school in protest of the district's handling of the use of urinals and shared spaces in locker rooms. Joe, you ever go to a restaurant or somewhere and you got to use the urinal? I like to have a urinal with a little board between me and you. I don't want some dude's shoulder all up on me while we're taking a leak together. Not cool. Get away from me. How about that?
Yeah.
Put a board between them, bro. Snack attack on food vendor. A longtime City Hall food vendor was smashed in the leg and in his back multiple times with a tire iron. While rival enforcer trying to shake him down for $20,000. So he's a food vendor, Joe. It sounds like he's a food vendor at City Hall. But you understand, and I do understand, with my coat check business, there's other companies that do a similar business, and they'll do anything to cut your throat and take your business.
Yeah. They
said a rival started smacking him around with a tire iron and demanding $20,000. Here he is, and look at guys, I think they got the guy, because there he is on a stretcher. Where the hell am I going? This way. On a stretcher, and there's a dude who looks like he's in handcuffs. He also looks like a damn doorman. Struck with a tire iron by rival goons. Isra Hassam Suleiman, 43, a father of 3 from Queens, who has sold hot dogs, kebabs, and other fare from food carts for over a decade outside of City Hall, showed the post a video of a thug speeding into the public plaza across the street, smacking him around with a damn tire iron, Joe. The driver, Felix Knoll, then hopped out of the truck, ran around the plaza like a madman. He waved a yellow tire iron and started smacking him with it. Have fun in jail, my friend. 1 dead, 3 hurt. Where, Joe?
Bronx?
In the Bronx by Bronx gunfire. 1 man is under arrest, and the cops are searching for a second suspect in broad daylight Bronx shooting that left 1 person dead and 3 injured.
That's outside, I think, Popeye
It is
It's
Popeyes, Joe.
I read about it.
The shooting broke out around 2:30 p.m. Friday in front of Popeyes on East Tremont Street.
For a
in
piece of
Hughes
chicken,
Avenue.
1 dead, 3 injured.
Well, 37-year-old man was shot 3 times in the torso.
Up.
The other 2 are expected to live, so that's good news. Don't fight over chicken. My biggest video I ever did, well, second biggest video, was almost 80,000 views, and it was me getting into an altercation
Don't eat the chicken on the street.
at Popeyes.
Somebody would shoot you.
Yes, do not walk down the street carrying Popeyes. You will get robbed. All right, Joe. What do you got on birthdays, Joe? You want to do your...
How is birthday?
How is birthday? Hi, birthday. How are you, birthday? By the way, Joe,
I remember my son has... he used to go to a nice old lady. Her name was Birthday.
Her name was what? Birthday?
Yeah.
That's her name, Birthday?
Yeah, and she used to take care of him while he was a baby.
All right.
Yeah, I remember.
How old is your son, Joe?
Now he's 45.
Wow. Me and him are the same age.
You were 60.
Why are you a snitch, Joe? You're like a snitch.
You keep lying.
I lie. But if I lie, you're supposed to have my back and quit snitching, bro. That's crazy. All right. Joe's a snitch.
Snitch.
Joe, you're a snitch.
How was...
Here's your pen, Joe. You got another pen? Because as soon as I move this, it's gonna... guys, we're only doing 3. That's it. Joe, do you want to do 3 today?
Yeah.
Are you too busy
That's
snitching
it.
to do 3 today, Joe?
That's it, because...
Pick 3, Joe. Just pick 3. Make one of them Virgo. Virgo, Pisces. Virgo and Pisces, and you pick the 3rd one, Joe. How about that?
Virgo's Pisces. Tauros.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Okay, I got it.
Joe got it.
Okay, Virgo. The only way you are going to get anything worthwhile done this week is if you cooperate with your co-workers. Yes, some of them annoy you.
Some of them are pieces of crap. Sorry.
Annoy you to the point of distraction, but you will have to put up with it.
That's fact.
You need them more than they need you.
Okay.
Well, we have Pisces.
I didn't say Pisces. Why are you just making up shit?
Well,
All right,
did
that's
you
yours.
give me
Nope.
Pisces?
It's your call, Joe. Whatever you like.
The secretive side of your nature will keep you from giving too much away this week, and that's a good thing. If you have a crush on someone you work or socialized with, don't let them know about it yet.
Don't tell them yet.
That's
Joe,
you.
I have a crush on you, Joe.
Allow the romantic tension to build first.
I feel the tension between us, Joe. I feel like we've got some unbridled passion going on here.
We have the Scorpio, which is you.
You're just making up shit now, Joe. Whatever you
told
want.
me pick up Scorpio.
Whatever
which
you
is your
like,
sign from
I
today.
like.
All right. You have a choice to make this week. You can either forgive a friend or loved one for something they have done wrong. It is true. Or you can make an issue of it.
I don't know how to get out of this.
Recognize that it is really just a minor matter and not worth getting worked up about.
I get it.
Okay, Taurus.
That's the mighty bull, Joe. You show some respect when you bring up the Taurus, Joe.
The
I can't.
sun,
I'm sorry, guy. I'm trying my
the
best.
sun and
Joe screwed up
Saturn
everything.
in the Cancer area of your chart means
Of your
you must be realistic about your ambitions. You must also be willing to meet colleagues halfway rather than
colleagues.
trying to get the best of them all the time. Don't forget, you are on the same size.
On the same size. Don't forget you're on the same size.
If any of you have a birthday today, this is your
This is
horoscope
Joe's
for
new
today.
thing. This is Joe's new thing.
If you expect everything to go right for you over the coming
It won't.
week, then maybe everything will. And if not everything, then certainly enough to make it a good year. Your thoughts create your reality, so think only good things of your life.
All right.
All right.
Don't pull your love out on me, baby. If you do, I think that maybe
Well,
I just slow me
yesterday,
down.
actually,
Cry for a million years.
I have the born yesterday because you wasn't around. And
I was here. You weren't around. What are you talking about? I was here.
You left me with my.
I heard you did the damn weather from every continent and every city in America. Heard that
Yeah.
heard you did a great job. Hey guys, if you really liked Joe yesterday, everybody give a thumbs up or a heart. Give red hearts if you thought Joe did a great job yesterday.
Well,
And if you thought Joe was shit, give the poop emoji.
well, on yesterday, on the 11th, Thomas Edison was born.
Thomas Edison, as you know, Joe invented the light bulb, but he also invented a bunch of other stuff. Had a whole bunch
But
of
he
patents.
stole many of Tesla's invention too.
That's blasphemy, Joe. That's slanderous.
Yeah.
My lawyer will be contacting you. Look at all those red hearts. Look at all those red hearts for you, Joe.
Thank you.
Everybody, I'm looking for somebody with the poop emoji. Where's Bone Man? Bone Man will put.
How you doing, Bowman?
Bone Man will definitely put poops up for
Hi,
Joe.
Hernandez. How you doing? Hi, Kevin Butler. How you
What about
doing?
Valerie, Joe? You don't like Valerie?
I say Valerie.
You
Yes.
didn't say
How you
Valerie.
doing,
Why you
Valerie?
lying? All right. Hi, everybody. Hey, everybody.
Okay.
right.
Okay, Jeannie. How you doing?
Hi,
James.
Hi,
how you
Jeannie.
doing?
Hi, Jamie. All right. So, Thomas Edison, as you know, Joe, we have the Edison Hotel, which is right down the street. It's the first hotel in America that had electricity in every room. He flipped the
Yes.
switch in 1920 something. I forget. I'm old. But I've taken you on a tour there many times. It's a really beautiful spot. He actually flipped the switch from New Jersey.
He's the greatest scientist I think ever did a lot of good
Better
things
than
for
Tesla?
the whole world. The Tesla was a great scientist, but he was cheating about his invention. He was gonna give the people of this earth a free electricity, actually, but the other big companies, they just threw him. I don't know what they did with it.
Thomas Edison tried to make the light bulb like 10,000 times. And a reporter asked him about it. Failed. It said, you discovered the light bulb. He said, well, I discovered for 9,999 times how it didn't work. So he would learn from his failures. Something doesn't work, you try again. Me, if something doesn't work, I say you quit. It wasn't meant to be. How about that?
Well, the greatest of Tesla invention was he actually the Niagara Falls
The what?
turbines.
The what,
The
Joe?
turbines of Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Joe, you've been living in this country 50 years, bro. Niagara Falls. Niagara.
Actually,
Falls.
the
I'm sorry, I'm being a dick. I apologize.
the
The turbines,
the turbines.
he figured a way to make electricity from the water.
Yeah, that was Tesla idea.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, you can say, Google it, Joe Hernandez.
I ain't buying
Joe
it.
Hernandez, Google it. He will.
Google it, Joe. Google it. What else you got, Joe?
All right, we have a big name, Mr. Burt Reynolds.
Wow, that's a big one, Joe. I know you're a big Burt Reynolds fan. As you guys know,
Yeah,
Burt Reynolds
yeah,
passed
yeah,
away a
and-
couple
and-
years ago.
Yeah, in the 70s he was famous.
In the 70s, he was the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
Of course, you all know him from Smokey and the Bandit and stuff, but one of my favorites, and he did Sharky's Machine and Longest Yard and all those. But one of my absolute favorites, Joe, Deliverance. Thought he was brilliant in Deliverance. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, beware. There is a hillbilly rape scene in there where they get Ned Beatty and they stick him like a pig. It's horrible, horrible. They didn't stick him with a knife.
Okay. We have Jeb Bush. He's 70 years old. That's the
He's
brother.
70, really?
Yeah.
Jeb Bush is the brother of and the son of George Bush,
Yeah.
and the brother of George Bush Jr. Jeb Bush is
He was the governor of
governor.
Florida, if you remember.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
Okay.
Low energy Jeb. That's what the moron used to call him.
Sheryl Crow.
Sheryl Crow is a singer. It's funny, Joe.
Yeah.
She had a show right down the street. She had a Broadway show, and I can't remember her damn songs. Anybody want to post up one of her songs, her big one? Sheryl Crow. Sheryl Crow. Brilliant singer, songwriter. Still around, still doing it.
Yeah.
Still doing it. Somebody post up one of her songs. There's
A brand.
all I want to do is have some fun. Joe's like, yep.
A Brandy Norwood.
Brandy
Listen.
Norwood, sitting up in my room. The boy is mine. Brandy is the sister of RJ, but she was obviously famous first. I made a fool of myself the first time I met her at Motown. I was a big shot at Motown. We had the grand opening. She walks in. I walked right up to her. She was obviously 15 or so years old. And I said, oh my God, you're my biggest fan. She was with her mom, and they looked at me, and they just laughed. They weren't being mean. They were being sweet. But I go, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I was humiliated. Because instead of saying, I'm your biggest fan, I said, you're my biggest fan. And she just laughed. She was really sweet, super sweet. She's gone on to do some really, really big things, and I applaud Brandy for all she's done. She's a mother now, got kids.
Oh, okay. Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer who?
Aniston.
Aniston?
Aniston. It's not that important. There is
that's not a K. That should be an N. Jennifer Aniston was Rachel
N.
on Friends, Joe. Jennifer Aniston was Rachel.
An N, yeah.
Yeah, it's an N. It's not Jennifer Aniston.
Aniston.
What, you crazy?
Aniston.
Aniston. You got it. You got it. That's her.
You know her?
Happy birthday. I do. I don't know her.
That's yesterday's birthday.
That's yesterday's news.
Yeah,
Pretty good. Joe, I'm proud of you.
We're today on
Only
born,
3 of them were
born
shit.
today.
Usually 5 of them were shit. Today was only 3.
Born today.
Today's date, the 12th.
Abraham Lincoln,
I've never heard of him. Who was he?
16 USA president.
He was the 16th president of the United States, Joe. He went to the play with his wife, Mary Todd Lincoln.
Charles Darwin.
I didn't even get to where he got shot, Joe. He got shot and
He
killed.
got shot and killed, of course.
Abraham
That's
Lincoln
his
went
name.
there, and John Wilkes Booth ran up behind him with a fucking very small pistol.
He was
blew
in
his
the
brains out.
theater, wasn't it? Inside
He
the
was
theater.
in the theater.
Yeah.
He was absolutely in the theater.
Yeah,
And,
that's a bad thing
horrible.
to do for a president, you know. Charles Darwin.
Charles Darwin discovered
He wrote the book Origin of the Species.
the origin of the species, but he was talking about how we
Developed from
the
monkeys.
development from monkeys to humans and so forth. Most of his discoveries, Joe, many of his discoveries were on the Galapagos Islands. He got there; it had never really been explored before by the world, as it were. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. And that's all I gotta say about that.
All right.
Joe, my mama told me life was like a box of chocolates. You know
Yeah.
what you're gonna get? Chocolates.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
If you believe in Darwin, believe. Some people don't believe in him.
Yes.
Yeah, they have.
It's a
different-
theory of evolution.
Yeah.
If you're a diehard Bible thumper, then you think, no way, because Noah killed all the animals on the...
Yes.
And I'm a Christian.
Omar Bradley. Who is Omar Bradley?
What's the first name?
Omar Bradley. He
I've
is
never heard of
he is very famous U.S. general in World War II. He actually
Omar Bradley. I don't know.
he
heard of
actually is started the invasion of Normandy, which is north of France. That's how.
It's a beach. stormed the beaches of Normandy.
Yeah, you remember that.
If you watch the movie Stand By Me, Corey Feldman had his ear burnt off by his crazy dad, and he would yell, "My dad stormed the beaches of Normandy." So many American soldiers were killed there. Many soldiers were killed there on both sides, but America, it was a suicide mission.
A big battle over there. Bill Russell.
Bill Russell, considered by many top 3 basketball players of all time. Joey won 11 championships. Not only did he win 11 championships with the Boston Celtics, he also won an Olympic gold medal. He also won, I believe, 2 championships in college basketball. Bill Russell was a 7-foot-tall center. He is, to this day, still considered one of the great. Who's got 11 rings? He's on a cover of Sports Illustrated like this with 10 fingers, but he's got 11 rings. 10 rings, and one, I think there's 2 on his middle finger. Bill Russell, the great. He died last year.
Okay.
Or earlier this year.
We have Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio Hall. You're my dog. Ooh, 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 ooh. I actually met Arsenio several times, and it's true. His fingers are about this long. Here's his finger. His finger's about this long, Joe. Yeah. His fingers are like 2 fingers. Great guy. Very, very nice guy. Funny as hell. I think a lot of people, because they used to watch his show Late Night with Arsenio Hall, the Arsenio Hall show, he was the first black African-American to have a late night show. So when you turn on Johnny Carson, you would see Tiny Tim and Burt Reynolds. But when you turned on Arsenio, you'd see Eddie Murphy, Wu-Tang Clan, Tupac, Ice-T. He brought black culture to the mainstream, and he doesn't get enough credit. But Arsenio Hall really did shine the light on black culture, black fashion. And he had white dudes on there too, but he really, really pushed the envelope to make, he had the coolest show. Anybody who was around back then knows Arsenio killed it. Roof. Where my dogs at?
All right.
Happy birthday, Arsenio. How old is he, Joe? He's got to be 60.
67.
67?
Today.
Holy crap. All right.
Josh Brolin.
Who?
Josh
Brolin is the son of, what's his dad's name? Brolin. But Josh Brolin's eclipsed his father. What was his father's name? Help me out, guys. Brolin. Josh Brolin's pops. Josh Brolin's in one of my favorite movies of all time. It's James Brolin. Look at Rev. Rev's old. Rev's 120 years old, so he knows a lot. Josh Brolin. James Brolin was a lot of stuff. I think he's passed now, but Josh Brolin was in No Country for Old Men, one of my all-time favorite movies. Love it. Great actor. He also plays Thanos, if you like any of the Avenger movies. Great actor. Fantastic.
All right.
What else you got, Joe?
Christina Ricci.
Christina Ricci was a child actor. Been in a whole bunch of stuff. Right now, she has a resurgence on a TV show on Showtime called Yellow Jackets, about a team of high school girls that went down in an airplane on an island, and they had to end up resorting to cannibalism and Lord of the Flies type of maneuvering thing. But she's really talented. She's been in a whole bunch of stuff, but that would be what I would recommend for you to watch. She was like Wednesday on the Addams Family movies. Christina Ricci's in a lot of stuff. What else you got, Joe?
Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane is a rapper out of Atlanta, not to be played with, Joe. They came to his house. They tried to steal his jewelry. He shot and killed 2 people. Why are you laughing at that, Joe?
You can't fool around.
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Gucci Mane. Met him. Came into one of my places on SantaCon a couple years back. Super great. Yeah. Has a big-ass ice cream tattooed on his face.
Whitney Houston died yesterday on February 11.
There is a brand new movie out called I Want to Dance with Somebody. It's a Whitney Houston movie. Yeah. There's been plenty of documentaries. This is the movie. I saw a small snippet last night. The girl looks exactly like Whitney. Good. Whitney, Joe, is from New Jersey. She was considered probably the greatest singer of all time, pop music. She didn't get when she first came out, she did what they would call white pop music. And these Clive Davis and these guys wouldn't let her do the traditional black R&B, which she ended up doing after a while. But her first record sold 25 million. I want to dance with somebody. Come on, white people. I want to love with. And so she ended up on her second album, and then her third album, when she had a lot more power, she ended up doing the songs that she really wanted to do. My favorite is I'll Always Love You, whichever. If I should stay, you'll always be in the way. Oh my God, I cry right now. I cry listening to me singing. She had a very tragic, horrible life, Joe, because she came from nothing. Her mother and father were both her managers and worked for her. She made a lot of really bad decisions when she got with Bobby Brown. And she had a girlfriend, Robin, for many, many years. She was in a real relationship with Robin. Robin loved her. She loved Robin. She got with Bobby Brown, and contrary, most people think that Bobby got her hooked on drugs. She actually, it's been revealed, got Bobby hooked on the drugs. They were horrible coke and crack addicts for years. And when you have unlimited money, Joe, she was worth $400 million. When you have unlimited money and you're the boss, no one can tell you nothing.
No.
You sit in that hotel room and you smoke crack for
you don't
years
know what
and
to
years.
do with your money.
She went from one of the most beautiful women and beautiful singers of all time to just a shell of what she once was. She died horrifically and horribly in a bathtub. She drowned. When you're in that state and you're on the pills and the coke and the crack, and you fall asleep in the tub. I don't even do drugs. I've almost fell asleep in the tub several times. But, if you fall asleep in the tub and you choke on the water, but if you're unconscious and you fall asleep, you're dead. This is what just happened to my buddy Aaron Carter. But unfortunately, after she died, Joe, her baby daughter, her only child, Bobby Christina, died a couple years later the exact same way in a bathtub. On drugs, and just horrific and horrible. Bobby Brown was the father of her, and Bobby Brown's other son, Bobby, also named Bobby, died recently as well. I can't remember how he died.
From drugs.
All drugs.
Stay away from
Bobby
drugs.
Brown is still alive, so I pray he has a long life.
If you wanna be happy and stay healthy, stay away from drugs.
Stay away from drugs. Good advice, Joe.
Okay, on the date, James Cash Benny died on this day.
Who?
James Cash Benny. You know Penny?
Oh,
Penny.
that's what J.C. Penney's mean.
That's correct.
James Cash Penny. I didn't know that.
That's the
J.C.
founder.
Penney.
That's the founder of those big.
Guys, we only got 47 people in here. I would love it if you would hit the like button if you like Joe. And if you hate Joe, don't hit it.
Charles Schultz.
Charles Schultz. Now, I fell for this the other day, Joe. I'm not falling for it again.
You do it?
Yeah, because I went on for 20 minutes about how he did all the
cartoons.
The Snoopy, Linus, Charlie Brown, Charles Schultz. The other day I had the wrong Schultz. I had like Secretary of State's other Schultz. George Bush's Schultz, whatever the hell he was. But Charles Schultz is the cartoonist.
Yeah.
I think he was a Pulitzer Prize winner. He really changed the lexicon of cartoons by having all of the everybody knows Charlie Brown. You know what Charlie Brown's teacher sounded like, Joe?
Huh?
Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. I don't know why. Joe's feeding pigeons, by the way. Hey Joe, I came across a picture yesterday of Joe Jr. I'm going to bring it on the show tomorrow. What else you got, Joe?
We have Tom Landry.
Tom Landry was the coach. He's a Hall of Fame coach.
Giant.
For the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
Well, where the hell did you get the Giants from? He might have been back in the day, but he was with the Dallas Cowboys for like 25 years, him and his little silly hat. Won a Super Bowl with Roger Staubach. What else you got, Joe?
We have Ivan Reitman.
Ivan Reitman was a filmmaker and
Director
he did
of,
like Stripes and
if you remember, Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, those kind of things. Ivan Reitman. Passed away, I believe. Are we doing the dead right now?
Yeah,
We
he's
are.
passed away. Yeah. He's gone.
What else you got, Joe?
That's all I have so far. I hope you everybody enjoyed
I got a
it.
couple things I want to share. My shorty,
Show them your things.
my shorty just did. I'll show you my things, Joe. This is Bria. Bria just did a photo shoot. Look how pretty she looks.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Leah, or Bria, whichever one you want to call her. That's Bria. By the way, stick around for the Boogie Bob and Bria show, the Boogie Bria show. That's coming this week, I promise. What else we got, Joe? We got this. I'm doing a video about this, guys. I hope.
Open their doors this morning. Coleco Industries, the outfit that makes the Cabbage Patchers, has been trying to keep up with this frenzied demand, turning out 200,000 Cabbage Patch dolls a week. That turns out not to be anywhere near enough. Kids want them, and adults will do just about anything to get them. Just about anything. But look what happened when Hills in Amherst, New York, opened their doors this morning. Coleco Industries, the outfit that makes the Cabbage Patchers, has been trying to keep up with this frenzied demand, turning out 200,000 Cabbage Patch dolls a week. That turns out not to be anywhere near enough. Kids want them, and adults will do just about anything to get them. Just about anything.
Joe, the year was 1982-ish. I was really in love with this girl named Kim. She was fine. She, even though she was 20 years old, she had her own house, 2 houses. Just as gorgeous, beautiful, fine as hell. And I was courting her, talking to her, coming over there, buying her dinner, coming to her house, hanging out. And one day, she said she wanted Cabbage Patch dolls. Couldn't get them anywhere, Joe. You could not. There was no online. Couldn't get anywhere. Cabbage Patch doll. You either had one or you didn't. And I knew she wanted a Cabbage Patch doll. That's all she wanted. And I thought, God, if I could get her a Cabbage Patch doll, I could score. That'd be my shorty. And then my homie, John, his mom, the year before had bought 3 or 4. Had them in a closet. And she told me, I have 2 Cabbage Patch dolls. I go, what? Yeah, $60 a piece or something. I can't remember what I paid.
That's a lot of money
back then, I didn't have no damn money. I bought the 2 Cabbage Patch dolls, and I had a brand new Z28, and drove up to her house, and I had them in the front seat of my car outside. And I went inside. We were talking for a while, and I go, hey, could you do me a favor? She goes, what's up? I go, I just need you to do me a favor. And she goes, oh, here we go. I knew you were too good to be true. Now you're going to, because she had money. Now you're going to start asking me for shit. I said, no, I have something in my car. I need to keep it here at your place. Bro, I gave her the 2 Cabbage Patch dolls. She lost her damn mind.
No.
And she became my shorty get them back now. For a year. Until she dumped me and threw me out like garbage. The last thing I want to show you, Joe, is this. Congratulations to my friend Mike Mosley. And by the way, guys, remember, I am part owner. This is, Joe, we've talked about it for a long time. Our ice cream is now officially inside of the Sacramento Kings Arena. It's going to be in the Raiders Arena. This is our brand new ice cream called Cream.
This is the place to be. Let me tell you guys. I'm here with Mike, the owner. But check this out. This is all self-serve ice cream right here behind me. You guys, all you gotta do is come up, you can use your debit card, and purchase some ice cream. We have 2 different flavors. We have black peach cobbler with a bunch of toppings. We have purple bean cheesecake. Swing by section 104. Grab your soft serve tonight.
Guys, this is on the big screen at the basketball game, the Sacramento Kings.
This is the place to be.
That's on the big screen.
I'm here with Mike, the
That ain't no
owner.
little
But
screen.
check this out.
That's
This
a
is all
60-foot high
self-serve
screen.
ice cream right here behind me. You guys, all you gotta do is come up.
Those are my ice cream machines in
And
California.
purchase some ice cream. We have 2 different flavors. We have black peach cobbler with a bunch of toppings.
We had our grand
have
opening
purple bean
last night.
cheesecake. Swing by section 104. Grab your soft serve tonight.
So, I have to tell you, Mike did all the work. Mike, as you probably know, I've told you before, is one of my dearest friends. We came up together. Mike went on to be a very, very wealthy producer for Tupac, E40, all those guys. And Mike is still considered one of the greatest producers in Bay Area history. The very first record he ever produced. He produced 200 records. The very first one was mine. And I talked about this 2 days ago, guys. Do you remember when I said I rapped? If you were walking with me, you probably saw it. I rapped. Hold on a second. This is the first record that Mike and I ever made, and it is about the AIDS pandemic. And you'll see his name, Mighty Mike, and Doc of Rock. I was Doc of Rock. By the way, guys, I did not post this on the YouTube. I've never put any of my music on the YouTube. This was put up by a fan. DJ Money Mike! He did the music, I did the rapping. You guys are going to laugh when you hear my voice because I was 21 and I had a very, very high-pitched voice. Very, very high-pitched. But I hope you enjoy it. It's my first record.
I want to know why it's so controversial to show condoms on a TV commercial. It says right here in my medical text that that's the only real safe way to have sex. And I'm tired of all these masquerades, pretending there's no such thing as AIDS. Come on, it's there, we must all beware. So here's some information to clear the air. It's a disease, not a dirty word. And AIDS is not a joke, don't be a nerd. Because AIDS is not restricted just to the gays, and it can be transmitted in many ways. AIDS can kill, and it could kill you and a lot of other people before it's through. Because AIDS is spreading, so please prevent it. Have safe sex, or you might resent it. The safest sex that one can endure is one that's safe and one that's pure. And just in case you can't be sure, walk away, because AIDS has no cure. Sometimes it's better to be alone, and the life that you're saving could be your own. It would make me happy just to say that you
Mike
live
was
to
15
love
years old
another
when we made this
day.
record. 15. I was 20, 21, I think. I can't remember. Mike did all the music, and that's him scratching. By the way, I hate this record. It's cringeworthy, but
I'm gonna tell you a story that's sad but true. It happened to a guy I know, and it could happen to you. Because he met a nice girl at a bar one night. He couldn't resist. She was a beautiful sight. So they drank some drinks and made small talk. And one thing led to another. Then they went for a walk. You know, they ended up going back to his past. She was the first and only lover that he ever had. But nevertheless, I have to confess, he got himself in a terrible mess. Because he wasn't prepared for the love they shared. And now the love they made has got him running scared. A beautiful night, one he will never forget. But nevertheless, the night he gonna regret. Cause in the months to come, when the memory fades, one thing won't, and that is AIDS. So you don't like condoms, oh come on. You say it's like taking a shower with your clothes on. Well, I would rather get myself just a little wet than sit around playing Russian roulette. And that's exactly what you're doing when you're not prepared. I hope everything I'm saying is making you scared. And if I save one life with the rap I wrote, this rap will become an antidote.
Yeah, I got it. You know this way.
Right here and now, let's clear up confusion. People have got it from a blood transfusion.
Nice music.
all right, first of all, again, I didn't post that, some fan did, and then they faded out during my last verse. Guys, this was a way back. It's my very first time in the studio. Me and Mike, we had to go to San Francisco. Mike was a 15-year-old kid. He's over this cutting and scratching. We didn't have any money. I had a financial backer make the record. I was shocked to see it online. I've got, I don't know, 3 or 4 of my songs online that fans have put up over the years. And I always look in the comments. They're like, this is classic Bay Area hip-hop. I didn't have a lot of competition back then. Too Short just came out. Hammer came out after me. But anyways, long story short, that was shit. I hope you enjoyed it. That was my relationship. We go back. By the way, me and Mike were actually recording 5 years before that on cassette tape. All right, Joe, I'm going to take you to, where are we going, Joe?
Have a good day, everybody.
Where are we going, Joe?
Enjoy. He wants to take me to Dunkin'
Taking him
Donuts.
to Dunkin' Donuts, because I give Joe his choice.
Okay.
You want Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts? He prefers Why do you want to go that one, Joe? Let's go to this one. It's closer.
Which one?
That one right there on the corner.
Okay.
Why do you want to make me walk
No
30
problem.
blocks?
No
Fuck out of
problem.
here.
Anyway.
All right, tell your fans goodbye, Joe.
Have a good day. Have a good night if you're in Europe.
Can you tell them to hit the like button, Joe?
Hit the like button.
What's your problem? I'll give you 10 seconds to hit the like button. I want to say, Sugar Bay, God bless you. Thank you for always all your support. I believe me, it doesn't go unnoticed.
Thank you.
Look who's here. Karina's here, Joe.
How
You
you
were
doing?
just talking about Karina. You said, Bob, where the hell's Karina? I was like, I don't know. I ain't seen her.
How are you,
Rev's
Karina?
here. Brooklyn's here.
How you doing?
Joe Hernandez is here. That's
How
your
you
buddy.
doing, Brooklyn? How is
Brooklyn's in the house. Gina, of course, Gina's here. You know, Gina knows. Joe don't care.
How you doing?
That's a
Jimmy?
fact. Joe don't care. M-Wall's on the run. M-Wall's always been on the run. Valerie, I love you too. How are you? God bless you. Jamie Vogel's here.
How you doing, Jimmy?
Joe, why didn't you tell me? I would have wore a better shirt. Mr. Bott, that's your dear friend from Norway.
How you doing,
Alfred
Mr.
Kloos,
Todd?
he's your homie from Canada. Monkey Man Productions in the house. Did not see you. How are you? There's your buddy Kevin Butler, Joe.
How you doing, Kevin? Long time don't hear.
Long time don't hear since yesterday. Ambrose Chamber Potts in the house. There's your buddy Nan. Nan's here.
Man.
Guys, also, I know a lot of people. And look at this. Look at
Bob,
who's in here. Jason Francis is here.
How
What
you
the hell?
doing? How you doing,
I go to Jason Francis's Instagram page every day. He's
How
always
you
got a
doing,
bad shorty
Jason?
on there.
How is your
Treaton,
Instagram?
God bless you, Treaton. I love you. Thank you so much.
Man.
Mighty Bull's in the house. That's your buddy, Mighty Bull, my buddy.
All right.
All right, guys, we're going to get up out of here. I do want to say this. I love it when I see a new name pop in. I'll have everybody say hi. I know a lot of you watch it on your TV and you can't really chime in. But if you're on your phone or if you have a way to chat, we would love to invite you into the Boogie Bunch and the Jordan something. We got the Boogie Bunch. What do we got for the Jordans?
How you doing, Jordan?
The Jordan Jerks. That's what we're going
How
to
you
call them, the
feel?
Jordan Jerks. We'd love to have you come in, say hello, join the club. We'd love to have you in. Everybody that joins in right now, Joe is going to send $20 cash. You got that, Joe?
I got the dollar on me.
Joe's going to
If
got
you
a
wanna-
dollar, so he's going to give you 20 cents cash. We will talk again real soon. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, by the way, we have a bet, Joe. You said that Philadelphia is going to win. I say it's Kansas City. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Please be kind and loving to each other. Be good to yourself. Say a prayer for all of our friends and family. Sammy Munchkin's in the house. I did not even
How
see
you doing,
that.
Sammy?
Joe C's here. Look at this. Joe C, all the people.
How is everything going?
Everybody's here.
You're-
Thanks again. God bless you. Thank you. Rev, thank you for everything you do. God bless you guys.
Kevin
All
Butler
right.
keeps
Kevin Butler's here. Joe, that's your
Yeah,
buddy.
Joe.